Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Inspirational Journeys. My name is Ann Harrison Barnes, and today is day 9 of my 30-day writing challenge or 30-day creative challenge, however you want to look at it. And since we are in week 2, I think it would be fun and exciting to talk about our creative process. Well, not the process itself, but about being a writer or an artist or a kid with a crayon. It doesn't matter. So let me explain what my writing prompt is and how I was inspired to use this. Okay, so my writing prompt is, what if you bled ink or crayon instead of blood? What words or what pictures would come out on the page? Now, excuse me. And let me explain how I came about this. Okay, so last year, I think it was at the end of March. I'm not sure, I'd have to go back and look at the exact date. But Jen Lowry from the Jen Lowry Writes podcast, she gave us a writing prompt because one of her students, since she's a high school teacher as well as a writer, one of her students told her that she bleeds ink. And she used that prompt, and I actually put this in a blog post about what would happen if we bled ink. Well, there's some people who love to draw with crayons, paint, whatever. So what if you bled your favorite art material? What colors would your injuries produce, if there were any? And what pictures would you automatically draw if that were the case? And if for writers, if you bled ink, what words would bleed out onto the page if you were to have some sort of would your energy feed your creative, let me try that again. Would your injury feed your creative energy? It's early this morning. Yes, I've had my coffee, but still, all I can say is it's early. And I have an interview this afternoon, so that's why I'm doing this early in the morning. But anyway, that's going to be a really fun story. Or if you don't want to be the one to bleed ink, what about a character? What would your characters bleed onto the page? What would your characters' colors be? What would they draw? What pictures would come out of their injuries? And would their injuries feed your creative energy? So that is my writing prompt for you today. I've got some fun ones coming up, so every day I'm going to do a new one. And once the 30-day challenge is over, I've got a surprise, I'm telling you. So get creative, have fun, and happy writing, happy creativity. And you guys have a blessed day. I will talk to you tomorrow. Actually, for some of you listening to the podcast, I will be talking to you this afternoon because I will have a special guest. His name is S.A. Wilson, and he wrote a book called The Carpenter, which is a retelling of Joseph's journey to Bethlehem right before the baby Jesus was born. So it's a very interesting, very compelling story. It has a lot of suspense. We'll talk about that later. So for those of you on the podcast who listen to the podcast, I'm sorry it won't be on video, but he'll be calling in on the phone, so it's hard to do video. But those of you listening to the podcast, stay tuned for that this afternoon. So otherwise, I will see you guys later. Have fun with your creativity and be blessed. Bye-bye.